This summer, I got to go to one of my favorite places, the Chiricahua Mountains in southeastern Arizona. And I got to see these cute lizards. Just look at it. It's adorable. This was the first place that I ever did field research. So I was actually out in Cave Creek Canyon, and I was out with these two amazing human beings, George and Chris, my undergraduate advisor and one of my undergraduate lab mates. They were out there like they are every summer, collecting data and looking at lizard populations along this canyon. And so they invited me to come out and help. So we're walking up the canyon, searching for lizards, and finally we see one, and it's my turn. It is my turn to catch a lizard, and I am so excited. Now, lizards have different personalities. Sometimes they just sit there and let you try as many times as you need in order to lasso the lizard. But this wasn't one of those. This one was a lot more shy. It did not want to be captured, and it put up a good chase. At one point, it went into this hole, and I had to use a stick to try to get it out, coax it out. This is where my role when I'm out doing my own surveys, if you see a lizard, catch a lizard, comes from, because every time you catch a lizard, that is one more data point. Each data point is so important to get because especially now when there's so few lizards out here in the ecosystem, my advisor thinks that it has a lot to do with climate change. And so one of the greatest things about, someone who's been doing this for 40 years is he has a lot of data that I can go through and potentially mash it up with my graduate studies and techniques that I've used during my graduate studies to better understand how some of these lizards are reacting to the change and water availability due to drought and climate change. So yeah, I'm still trying to catch this lizard. It's giving me a really hard time, but I almost got it. I got it once and then it slipped right through the lasso. And then finally I caught it.
Lassoed.
Almost lassoed a lizard. So this cutie is a striped plateau lizard. You can see the two yellow stripes on its side. It's a pretty cool lizard. Then once it's caught, it gets some data taken, and it gets a little pate number, and finally it is released back into the spot that we found it. It was a really great time coming and seeing my old lab mates and my old advisor and just being out in nature with them back where it all started, especially now that I've graduated with my doctorate, bringing it full circle here. Got some much needed rain, and after, some goodbyes, it was time to go, and I'll always come back to the Chiricahuas. Always.